Hi friends, this is Luis Salgado. I'm Lyft Ambassador for the New York, New Jersey region, and I'm here with a new video, a ride walkthrough. Basically, the way that the app works when you're a driver. If you're a driver already and you want to refresh, this is a nice video to look at. Or if you're a new driver, welcome to Lyft. So, we're going to start the walkthrough. It's going to make that sound once you get a request. You have 1 minute to tap on the screen. The name of the passenger is John. He has a 5.0 average. He's a good passenger. Tap anywhere on the screen to accept. So now that you accepted the ride, it's going to tell you where to pick him up. As you see on the upper right hand corner, it says that he's 1 minute away. So the address is that right by the pin logo. It says 2708 John F. Kennedy. That is the address where John is waiting for you. And you see once again John's picture in the bottom left hand corner. So you can either go to John, or if he's 15 minutes or more away, you should give him a call. Now, let's say that John is too far, right? You give him a call and you say, hey John, you're 15 minutes away. According to the GPS, it might take a longer time. Perhaps you can cancel the ride with no cost to yourself, and you can try to give it another go to see if you get a driver that's closer by. Sometimes the passenger says, yes, I'll cancel the ride, and it's better because then he can get someone that is closer, and you don't have to spend all that time going to pick him up, and maybe he gets a little discouraged because it takes too long of a time, and then he canceled the ride before you get there. So if you need to call John for any reason, that is the button that you're gonna press. It's that little downwards arrow, menu arrow that you see on the upper right hand corner, right under the power display, right, of the phone. So now if you want to cancel the ride because it's 15 minutes away or more, you can cancel the ride without calling John, and it's not going to affect your acceptance rate. Remember that you need to keep a very decent acceptance rate in order to qualify for all the bonuses and all the other things that Lyft offers. So it's very, very important to try to get all the jobs that you can, that everything that comes your way, you should try to pick it up. Remember that the reason that you were requested in the first place is because you are most likely the closest person to that passenger. So the passenger is matched with you for both of you to have a convenient transaction. So anyways, John was there. He's 1 minute away. We're going to tap on the navigation button on the upper right hand corner where it says 1 minute. We're going to tap on that button. The Lyft app is going to take you to your favorite navigation app. In my case, the one that I recommend is Waze because it's user-based. It's real-time user-based app that tells you where everything is. I'm going to do a video on the Waze app later on this series. So once you get there, right, to the destination, that you see John, or that you know that that's where he's supposed to be waiting for you, you have to manually change back to Lyft. So you change back to Lyft, and then you tap to arrive. That sends John a message that you're there, and then you confirm arrival. Now, John has 5 minutes to get into your car. Time is very important for us. Remember that you make money with time. Of course, it's not as much money as a distance, but time is money here in New York too. So he has 5 minutes to get into your car. If by the 1 minute mark he's not there, you're gonna again press that arrow and you're gonna call John. We suggest that you call John at all times. We have no restrictions in terms of that. Remember that you are John's friendly driver. You guys are friends. So we're going to call him to see, hey John, what's up? I'm waiting for you down here. Are you coming? He's like, yeah. Just give me a minute. In that case, you can just sit on tight, or you can ask John if it's okay for you to start the ride. And he's going to say, yes, it's okay. I'm going to take maybe a longer time, but please wait for me. So at that moment, you start the ride. You start the ride by pressing pick up John. Or you can wait for John to be in your car, and then you press pick up John. In any case, most passengers are boots on the curve. Most passengers, Lyft passengers, are really good. They're really nice to our drivers, and they're usually waiting for you outside. So once John is in your car, you press pick up John.
Dropping off John.
Then you're going to confirm with John that you have the correct address where you wish to go, where he wishes to go, his destination. Namely, on top of the Lyft app, you're going to see that he is going to 68 Logan Avenue in Jersey City. Right next door to that is going to say how much the GPS estimates that you're going to take to get there. So you press on that arrow where it says 3 minutes, a navigation button, and then the Lyft app is going to again take you to Waze. In this case, that's the one that I have. Once you get there, you tap to once you reach the destination, you tap to drop off. And when he gets out of the car, you confirm drop off. Now, our rating system is very important. Remember, the passengers are going to rate us drivers, and we can also rate the passengers. It is awesome if the experience is perfect to give each other 5 stars. That's the best rating that we can give a passenger, and it's the best rating that a passenger can give us. However, if the ride didn't go as planned, if it wasn't 100%, then of course you got to rate accordingly. This is a system that I suggest. It comes from experience. You might want to use it, and I think it helps. Okay? Now, let's say that the ride was 100%. You got a great ride. Everything went perfect as planned. You both had a great time, maybe some good stories, maybe a friendly conversation. If that happened, then of course, you're going to give John 5 stars. And then under it, you're going to see where it says comments that you could add there why you thought that was a perfect ride. He's going to see it. Sometimes those reviews are seen somewhere else. The Lyft tries to pick them up and publish them. So you can write it there. I've had great rides with some of my passengers. I have great stories from driving for Lyft. But sometimes everything doesn't go as planned. Now, say for example, you show up and John is smoking. And you're going to say, hey, John, man, it's really not cool for you to smoke in my car. The passengers know this already. They know the rules. They're going to say, John, if he's cool, he's going to go, oh, yeah, no problem. And he's just going to, drop his cigarette, throw it away. Turn it off. And he's going to be perfect. He's going to go in the ride. Everything's going to go perfect. But sometimes passengers decide to test the limits. So they go, oh, please. Oh, man, are you serious, man? Man, I really need to smoke. Can I, please get in your car? And it's like, sorry, man, it's not cool, right? So let's say that happens, that you have that exchange with John, then, and then he gets in the car, he's going to put away the cigarette. But there's a possibility that at the end of the ride, John is going to give you a low rating because you didn't let him party. Say that he got in the car and then the rest of the ride was perfect. You still need to certainly if you're going to report on this or not. So what I would do is I would give John a 4-star, and I would write down here, John wanted to smoke in my car. And I had to say no. You see? So you write it down. So I just showed you how to do it by writing it down. But really, the way that I do it, let me erase this. The way that I do it, and sometimes this works, I dictate it. So You see that microphone icon right by the space button? I press on that and I go, John wanted to smoke in my car, and I had to say no. Done. So it takes less time to just say it, and then you press done, and that's it. However, the 5 stars has 5 stars for a reason. Say, for example, that you had a bad vibe from John. For some reason, you didn't feel comfortable with John in your car. Anytime you rate a passenger 3 stars or less, that person is never going to be matched with you again. So essentially, in the ride-sharing world, you're divorced. Say, for example, that John got violent, slammed doors, screamed at you, whatever, he got violent. He was drunk or too drunk. You can give him a 2 star. And then on the comments section, you're going to write accordingly what happened. Because Lyft is going to look at these ratings. Let's say that John gives you a low rating. It's important that that you also write down what happened in your car. Lyft wants to know that you're in control. So let's say that John gives you a 2 star and you give John a 5 star. Lyft is going to think, or Lyft is going to know, that essentially you're not in control of your vehicle and that you don't know what's going on. So you have to always report what's going on in your car if there's a situation. Now, if that happens where John is violent, you're going to give him a 2 stars. You're going to write down why. Now, if you think John shouldn't be in anyone's car ever, that he's just despicable, then maybe you give him a 1 star and you write down 1. Why? And then for sure, Lyft is going to look at why you gave John a 1 star, and they'll take the appropriate measures to prevent him from giving him another passenger, another driver, a hard time. But that's just hypothetical. John was a really nice, cool ride. We gave him a 5 star, and then we press submit. So basically, that is the Lyft experience in the app as a driver. There is no ride walkthrough for the Lyft line, but it's very similar. All you have to do in terms of the Lyft line is to follow the instructions on the screen, to follow the app. Remember that with Lyft, it's a set destination and set price, so you really need to follow the instructions that the app tells you. There's going to be links if you're a new driver or you want to be a driver. There's going to be links down there for you to sign up. So this is Luis Salgado, Lyft Ambassador for the New York, New Jersey region. I hope to see you next. Remember, rate and subscribe down there. Until the next time, see you here in Lyftiando.